So Benedek still working on dynamic compilation. We merged this change, which is fixing a project reference which has duplicated. This change from Giuseppe to prevent the log file to be locked in the with Lucene index. So it's safer creation and deletion of files, of log files, to lock the file system to create the Lucene index. And this one making the shape discovery for the placement case insensitive. Okay, so that's Orchard 1. Orchard core. That's weird that I'm here, but that's okay. So Jean-Thierry is still working on his branch embedded. I will test it this week because it's stable now. He fixed everything, and probably show it next week to have some feedback. Otherwise, what do we have? We have Chris. There is a this was the stuff from last week, so we talked about it last week. Lucas made a PR fixing tenant-specific PO files, so using the correct services to resolve the name of the current tenant and the location of the current app data folder to find the PO files. We have Antoine, who is working on the documentation on Markdown, on Material theme. Doing a test. Jean-Thierry on his branch for embedded. No, not this branch for embedded. Is fixing the fact that when we create a new version, we need to copy the owner of the content item. So this is fixed. This was raised and he fixed it. This is branch. This has been merged. This is adding another location to find the themes in case your theme contains or was it because you could have from what was it? I can't remember the bug. Let me check. Request closed. Common error page, yeah, common error page in the theme that I want to call from all my specific modules. Search path seem to be missing is this bug. So packages, theme, yeah, so just to look for the shared folder also. I think that's the issue. It wasn't looking for the shared folder on specific in themes. So that's fixed. MediaUrls. Chris is working on MediaUrls. There is a discussion. I need to look into it. I'm not sure this is necessary, but something is necessary. I'm not sure this thing is necessary. It's about rendering the correct public URL. For media fields. So this should be unnecessary with CDN, but I need to check the issue. This is fixing the fact that the enable disable buttons in the features page were not working because there was something in top of them, so Antoine fixed it. And then this bug was about the location on the placement file, which was not interpreted correctly. You could not select the slash, so it's just that it was not using the local variable that was built dynamically, but just the default one. So that's fixed also. I need some unit test, so little fixes, and that's it. So because we can spend 5 minutes on the bugs just to see if people have comments or ideas on these bugs. So this is just a view component not found, zone tag helper and zone rendering order issue. The issue here is that from a view, if you render a shape, from a layout, you call render this zone, then render the body, then render the footer. The issue is that if the body wants to render something in the title zone, then it's too late. So Thierry provides a solution, but we have to try. I'm sure it was handled in Orchard 1, so that this one was not actually rendering the HTML, but calling all the shapes to be rendered. There was some delayed action that let us do this thing, like add a shape to a previously called zone from the layout. So I have to test it. I have to test this thing, but that should be able to make it work. Chris found it while trying to make a website. This issue should be just, I think, an incorrect reference. We'll see. We don't care. This one is that when you call resize URL without naming the parameters, it doesn't work. But if you name the parameters, it works. So we will probably be able to fix it. Just a note that if your URL has some encoded strings, then it won't work because there is a bug in ImageSharp which has been fixed and deployed to NuGet the same day we released beta 1. So that's why beta 1 has this bug. And we can update the current dev branch if it's not already done with it. So this one from Chris, this is the one which was interesting that we need to look into. Let's see. MediaField does not resolve the public URL of media items. Can be incorrect. Okay, so from Liquid, this is what you do. Let me. Where is the issue? This one. So when you got some value from a field, which will look like this, you put asset URL, and this one will transform this thing to the media URL. So let me just check that. So maybe the issue is that we don't have the same thing in Razor. I'm not sure we need to add a property on the field itself. Might be the solution, but I'd like to not expose that in the field itself. So let me just check. Of that. Media URL filter. map to public URL, and then yeah, okay, so this is exactly what it's doing. Calling, where is it? It's exactly doing that, map to public URL, and exposing it in the view model. Yeah, that might be the solution. We could maybe make it lazy, but and in this case, yeah, but actually the goal was just to show the data and let users do it with the data. Okay, that's the issue.